Welcome. In today's video, we will understand about designing a SOP questionnaires. So we are preparing new SOPs as well as we are revising the current SOPs. And to evaluate the training effectiveness, SOP questionnaire is a very important tool. So today we will discuss how we can design a SOP questionnaire which is effective and fulfills the purpose of evaluating the training effectiveness. So let's understand. So first we'll start how many number of questions can be incorporated into the SOP questionnaires. So if SOP is small, for example 2, 3 or 4, 5 pages, then our SOP is not covering a huge task. For example, it's only about entry exit procedure which don't have multiple steps, or it's only about cleaning off and laminar airflow station or operation of laminar airflow station, or SOP related to the small equipment. Then you can have questions around 5 questions in that SOP. And if the SOP is very complex, for example it is about operation of freeze dryer, it is about manufacturing operation, it is about tablet manufacturing operation, various steps, it is about injectable manufacturing process, or it is about filling machine, it is about operation of deep hydrogenation tunnel, which involves lot of process steps and lot of complexity, then you can go up to 10 questions. But I'll recommend don't go beyond 10 questions and don't limit below 5 questions based on the SOP criticality, length and topics to be covered into the SOP questionnaire. So that is first and foremost requirement. Second part is what sort of questions should be taken into the SOP questionnaires. So normally I see that people are only including true and false into the SOP questionnaires. It is not a right practice. To better evaluate the training was effective or the participant or trainee has understood the SOP, there should be multiple types of questions which should be included. So what are these types? So these types are, yes, first is true and false is okay, we can have true and false questions. Then multiple options. For example, for ask a question which and provide 4 options, out of which one option will be correct, or sometimes all options can be correct, which have a option that all of above means A, B, C, D, E. D will be all of above means A, B and C all are correct, or only one option will be correct. Other type is only one option will be correct, or we can have 2 options correct. So this sort of multiple option questionnaire can be incorporated. Third part is fill in the blank. So if a sentence contains a critical word which must be understood by the trainee while reading the SOP, then that sentence can be incorporated with a critical word kept blank so that a participant can answer. In filling the blank options also we can provide 3 or 4 answer options. So out of that 4 answer options, one participant has to select one answer and write into the blanks. So we discussed 3 types of question: true or false, multiple options and fill in the blanks. So if you are having 5 questions, then you can have 1 or 2 true and false, 1 multiple, 2 fill in the blanks, or you can vary the number according to the need of the SOP, or according to your understanding of SOP, how effectively you can design the questionnaire out of the SOP. 10 questions, same pattern, you can have 3 or 4 true and false, 2, 3 multiple option, 2, 3 fill in the blank sort of questions. The numbers can vary based on our convenience. Now, what sort of questions should be asked? So first we understand number of questions, second is type of question, and then what should be the content of the questions. So my recommendations would be you should cover the critical information which should go from the SOP. For example, if you are putting a gowning SOP, then what is the critical step of the gowning, or what precautions should be taken during gowning? That should be asked as a question. If you are asking for the filling operations SOP, then how many sizes we are operating onto the filling machine, that can be asked. If you are asking for the tunnel SOP, then what are the critical parameters, what is the time and temperature for tunnel operation, that can be asked. How many wire sizes we have qualified on that tunnel, then can be asked. What sort of question, see this is this contains what can be asked. Now next question is what should not be asked. The specific numbers like format number, reference SOP's number, or specific values. For example, you have sterilization process and there are specific values. Sterilization time and sterilization temperature can be asked. but what is reset time, or what is the exact value of this specific step, that sort of questions which needs a person to remember digits, that should not be asked. Format number, for example, SOP have 5 formats. The person cannot remember the format number while by reading the SOP once or twice, and he is not required to even remember that format numbers, because always we can refer the SOP. So format number should not be asked. Specific values which is not critical values should not be asked as a questions. So now what other factors needs to be considered? If you are revising an SOP, then your questionnaire should include what was the reason for revision. For example, you are revising an SOP to include a new step in gowning, then you should ask that step as a question. If you are revising to include a new load pattern in autoclave, then you should ask that question related to that load pattern, so that the very reason to understand, reason to evaluate the person understanding about the SOP can be verified, and this will also act as a reminder that why this SOP was revised. Now, how many questions we should design? Now we have training softwares which takes care of taking the examination. For example, if I have 5 questions and somehow employee fails to answer the questions correctly, he fails into the exam. For example, you have acceptance criteria that out of 5 questions, one must answer 4 questions correctly. If he answers 3 questions correctly or 2 questions correctly, then he fails. Then he has to retake the training and take the examination again. But should we ask the same 5 questions again? Then answer is no. We should not ask same 5 questions again, because he already know what are the questions, and he'll identify the answers while reading the SOP second time or taking the training second time. So what can be done? For a single SOP, we should define, for example, if you want to ask 5 questions, then you should define at least 10 questions, so that in next examination 2-3 questions can be changed. If we have a SOP which is long and 10 questions has to be asked, then we should define 20 questions. We should derive 20 questions. So if the person fails, if the employee fails and he has to take second examination, then out of 10, 4-5 questions can be added new. The question paper can be twisted, so that it will make sense. It will be a real evaluation of employees understanding about the SOP. So hope this small video will make you understand, will be able to help that how effectively we can design SOP questionnaires. If you are liking my channel, you can share to your friends for sharing knowledge. If you have any questions, any queries related to how we can design SOP questionnaire, you can ask me in comment section. I will answer into the comment, or I will make a new video on this topic. So hope this small video will be able to help you to better understand how we can design SOP questionnaire. Thank you very much for watching my full video. Thank you.